Wow.
As much amongst the people, races.
Yo, what's going on, man? Good morning. This is RapAboutTV. We here another episode at KB Barbershop today. Today we have two special guests decided to come drop through with us. First we have Miss Muva Chocolate, and then we have Mia. I'm gonna come down. Mia is an author, writer, correct?
Yeah.
And Miss Muva Chocolate is a radio personality. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start with you, Miss Muva Chocolate. I like that. So how did you get that name in the first place?
So whenever I would put pictures of on Instagram, you know, people would be like, ooh, chocolate, ooh, mother chocolate. So it kind of just stuck and I just ran with it.
Right. Okay, so cool. Hustle five ways. Can you tell me how did that start?
So I have a friend from high school and he is a phenomenal host, like in the club, parties, radio, everything. He just has that voice. So he always knew he wanted to do something in radio, but nothing was really sticking. So then he saw that I was doing interviews and he said, you know, I do the radio thing, you do the everything, let's get together and make a show. So we were shopping around for different studios to go to, and you know, when you're trying to do your thing, it takes a while to find that real hardcore team. So that just happened this March. We've been at it maybe for about 2 years. So this March we finally found a home for our show, and it's been a wrap ever since.
So is that different from Live Beyond DMV, or is that what you were doing before?
That's what I was doing before. Live Beyond DMV is my own brand. That is what backs up all my interviews, my hosting, any type of media coverage that I do for events. That's the brand that I use, and you know, Mother Chocolate is me. So Nino De Niro, in charge of Hustle Five Ways, he just said, let's bring Live Beyond DMV and Hustle Five Ways together and you know, make something.
Dope. Okay, I'm gonna jump to you, man. We're just gonna try to jump back and forth. Author, writer.
Yes.
So I read, you know, some of your stories on the blogs and that. It's actually intriguing. So, you know, what got you into writing and that passion and that?
I've always been some sort of a writer. Whether it was poetry, but I started this blog because I was bored one day at work, and I was like, this ain't for me. So I created this character named Kaylin, and then she was born. I decided to put them out, and to my surprise, it took me some time as well. I had my blog for about 2 years. So when I started to put them out, people would actually read it.
So because I read it, so this is not behind your lens at all. Or this is like, I see a character, so where's this story coming from?
Everybody asks me that.
Right.
Everybody asks me if I'm Kaylin. She is a reflection of a lot of people that I have come across in life. I'm 27 now. So, but some of her stories I have lived, some of them I know have lived. Some of them are completely made up, so you gotta come back to my side. But yeah, so you know, I guess you could say the inspiration is based loosely off my life.
Right. Okay, so this is for both y'all. Women in this industry, I would say, this is a communication industry. You know, what's the end goal? I guess y'all have as inspiration, but what's the story? We'll start with you. The story that you're trying to get through in your radio, in your peers. What's the story you're trying to tell?
So I want to be an outlet for people with stories. I think I communicate with people very well, and I feel like I ask the questions to really get deep down into their story. So I want to take that and tell a lot of people's stories. Maybe one day it'll just go from the DMV to nationwide. You know, I don't want to be Oprah per se, but you know, someone is out there building their brand and trying to do their thing. I would want to be their first stop. Where, you know what, Mother Chocolate, I have a story to tell, and I want you to help me tell it so people can, you know, draw to me more that love as a fan
for you? Like, which story you trying to get to your readers at the end of the day? Like, which story?
At the end of the day, I want my readers to know that it don't matter what you go through, as long as you work hard, you can always achieve your goals. My ultimate goal too is to be a storyteller. I've already written 2 web series. I've written 2 other authors. Yeah. Just finished my first short film where I work with these people and I take their story and I put it out there, myself included. So I just want people to know that there are people that look for me.
Right. Okay. So last question on the careers. Because here at RapAboutTV, man, we just talked about, current events what's going on, mindset and all the whole nine. So, Mother Chocolate, I want to know, when people inspire for the young women and young girls, even I guess, men, but more so to the young ladies that's trying to get into this industry. Before I ask this question, has either of y'all come across politics being black women? Have you come across the politics of being a black woman?
In this industry?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Could y'all share a little bit about that experience?
It's hard because, especially dealing with artists, musical artists, it's a male-dominated industry. So sometimes it's hard to get a man to take you seriously and to respect your craft and what you're trying to do, and sometimes stay on topic. It's hard to get people to really keep their word. It's like as a woman and as a black woman, you just have to put in that work and be willing to work 10 times harder than your male counterparts. It's just already a given.
Well, why do y'all think that is? That men don't take,
Y'all don't. They know.
Right, and even when you're, not to toot my own horn or anything, but when you're an attractive person or someone that males are drawn to, it's easy for it to become like a sexual or, I want to know you in another way. Like, if we do this interview, can we meet up and discuss it? Or, and you just want to keep it business. Like, you just want to keep things rolling. So that could get someone discouraged or it could get someone caught up.
Right.
So you just have to keep focused and know what you're trying to do and stick to that because it could spiral.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I see you shaking.
Everything she just said, I guess for me, it was more of, because I walk in the room, I'm this small, they don't think I'm the age that I am. I'm like, I'm somebody's mom. Like,
right.
I have to insert that dominance because if your man besides told you the same thing, you would listen. But if I tell you the same thing, oh, she being hard to work with, she being seen, she being, no, you're going to respect me the same way because I pay you the same way. Or, we're both benefiting from this the same way. Like, I've had to send photographers away. Like,
because they would.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and then like crossing the line. I'm a very attractive woman, and it's like I'm not here for that. Like, that's not what we want to do today. So yeah, it is hard. I think you do have to work 10 times as hard for someone to take you serious in your craft. But you can do it.
So, so I guess that's going to lead me into the next question. So what would you tell that one that's trying to follow in your footsteps? Miss these mistakes. Don't go this plain route that I took. What would you tell them in the industry, radio industry that you're in?
Have a plan. Write down your plan.
Yes.
So you never forget it. Like,
write that down.
A dream written down is a plan. So just make sure you keep people around you that you can trust. Family. My photographer is, my cousin's fiance. So I just keep people around me that believe in me, saw something in me before I saw it in myself, and just help me manifest that. And, keep me grounded and guided. Because it's easy, all these people coming up to you saying, oh, you're so beautiful, or, oh, I want to interview with you. You can fall into that. But you just got to be headstrong and know what you want your end result to be, and you can't lose.
Right.
I would have to say being a writer, producer, staying 10 toes down behind the work. If you believe in it, don't let nobody else tell you anything. Now, I'm not saying don't take constructive criticism and apply it to your craft, but stand 10 toes down behind your work. I've had people come to me and say, well, you know, this is not I write a project, this is not the thing that you're going for. Okay, cool. Let me get that.
Right.
Somebody over here that already took it, and it's in the office of Netflix. So, my thing, stand 10 toes down, be assertive in who you are, and be assertive in your work.
Right. So let people know where they can follow you and find you and how they get in contact with you, you know.
You can follow me on Instagram at Muva Chocolate, MUVA, because we in the DMV. And also my brand is at Live Beyond DMV, social or Snapchat, Muva Chocolate as well, and yeah, I'm not hard to find at all. YouTube, search Live Beyond DMV or Muva Chocolate as well.
Is it a credential to get on, or you know, is it a criteria that we have to meet to get into the show, or?
No,
Okay.
and yes, because we don't want just anybody.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, we've had some questionable guests on our show, but I like people who are serious about their craft, who might have like a little following, not too much. You don't have to have 10, 15, 20,000 followers, but you just have to be serious and have something to show me. Then I would let you shine on the show any day. I'm for the underdog, so.
Did we get your information?
No, so you can find me on Instagram at BellaB33, at Behind Kaylin's Eyes as well. My website is www.behindkaylinseyes.net. You will find all the stories, my videos that I have written, produced, and starred in. The book is coming October 12th. So be on the lookout for that. Now, if you go to my website, you can get no more stories until the book come out. So a lot of people, he just asked me when I came in here, like, what's happening next?
Yeah, I want to know what's happening next.
Out until the book comes out. So be on the lookout for that. So www.behindkaylinseyes.net and follow me on IG at BellaB.
So what took you to make the turn to evolve it from off the internet into a book?
Everybody kept asking me.
Your character grew to that
it kind of grew to that. I mean, I drop a story and I'll get 400 hits in a day. I have writers from California, Canada, everywhere. Same thing with my visuals. I did my first video strictly for promotional purposes only. I ain't into all that. That took off. I had to do a second one. That took off. I'm now in production of my third one. So I'm transitioning it all into this one big project. The book is about 45 pages. They're very short. It's going to be 3 volumes after the third volume. Her story.
Is it on Amazon? Have you started your distribution?
Yep. I just was up to 5 a.m. last night with my graphic designer getting the book cover together. It'll be on Amazon, Kindle, all of that. So follow me on social media. You will know exactly everything you need to know to purchase the book and everything else.
Right. So look, man. You already know what it is, man. Rap About TV. When we get back, we just jump into some topics and just stuff that's we spitball on each other. So off each other. I said, sorry about that. But yeah, hey, Rap About TV, man. We back. Trump, right? We're gonna jump into Trump, right?
You know that emoji where it's like shaking my head.
Honestly, I don't even know what Trump doing anymore. I don't even pay attention to him. So, but me and Miss Michelle had just a debate, man. And November's coming, and I just feel, me personally, I'm not gonna tell you if you should vote or shouldn't vote. I'm just not voting. There's no point to me. I don't see no point in it no more. I feel like I use my platform, let's unite and let's police our own communities, have our own. That's just my stance. So where y'all in the voting? Do y'all on that campaign? Go out and vote?
Say definitely vote. I mean, that's the only way we can do anything at this point until we got the 100,000 people that I know you're dreaming about of having together in unity and one. We got to take the tiny steps until we get to.
It's definitely discouraging though.
Absolutely.
So I agree with what you're saying wholeheartedly. It's very discouraging, but
What's very discouraging?
to show up to the polls and feel like you have no say in what's going on in your own community, you don't have a say. So it's like, why show up? Ain't nothing gonna change. But I mean, I do agree that we could try. So I will be voting. So that's all I can say.
I definitely feel with what you're saying about how you don't feel like there's a point, and I have always had that mindset, but at the same time, imagine how many people have our mindset. It's probably millions and millions and millions. So if all of those people changed their mindset and got a little more positive, or just did a little bit of research where they even voted for one person, that could make a difference. It's just changing all those people's minds. And I feel like, you know, when Obama was going or was campaigning and stuff, he instilled that hope where people were changing their mindsets and going out to vote. But, you know, now it just comes off like maybe they were doing that just because he was black. And now that hope is kind of gone. But we have to set an example for the future, because if we all stop voting one by one by one.
We never tried that approach. We always tried the vote approach. That's my point. We always tried for years, didn't even know campaign. We always tried that, let's vote. We tried that campaign for years. But we never tried to not vote and not try to get into that system. My thing is,
so you don't vote.
We just try to use that same energy to build our own system. If we're voting for some poor, innocent person to get into that Congress to go into a burning building to get burnt up like everybody years prior. And I just don't understand. That's just me, but Ma, you feel me? Do you feel me, Ma, please?
It's got to be
You talking about
a little more than
new
just
infrastructure for government, how we run our country, how we take power in the country. As black folks, they tried that already. What happened?
I mean, they burned it down.
How can we stop them from burning it down this time?
Protecting ourselves.
So we built the infrastructure again, but this time we should learn from the past. We should be protected. Because from the past we didn't really protect ourselves. We built the infrastructure and we invited them to come in, and we thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? We thought we had a black race, but we didn't have a problem. We don't have hate in our heart as a people. And so we invited them in our own infrastructure, and they burnt us down.
So wait a minute, what were you talking about? Like Wall Street and
I was talking about
the black Wall Street.
Okay.
So
you're
Lord, feel me.
And you're saying now we're too intimidated as a people to try to build our own.
It's a PTSD kind of thing. It's always there.
We gotta have people ready to get out. We already know that
you go through that make you think twice about doing it again.
All right.
Was that not the aim?
JFK, you want me to keep going?
Right.
Yeah, that was the aim for Black Wall Street.
Right. Was their goal not to intimidate you and frighten you so that you can stay within the system?
So that brings me to, so if that was their goal and they achieved the first time.
And they destroy our economic ability. We have no economic.
And they've been telling us to keep joining our system ever since. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, okay, we didn't try that approach. We didn't. Obama, it wasn't that fact he was just black. He was talking some good stuff.
Right.
Obama was really had a good. He was serious about change, and we was like that. We with that.
Hillary up in there after Obama. Y'all serious?
I think we got a hope though. I mean, our grandparents, ancestors kind of gave their life up.
But they gave our life up for us to be burnt in the, like before Martin Luther King died. That's why they killed him. He said, all my whole life been preaching to integrate and change, and I failed our people because I told our people to get into a burning building. So my thing is, why we keep trying to fit and trying to change that you know what I'm saying? Why can't we just build our own building again? And this time, have our own army around our building this time around.
Because people are afraid to die for what they believe in.
Oh, it is way more than enough.
I mean, ready to die.
It's not enough of us ready to
I
die.
was just about to
That's
say,
what it's gonna take.
KP always got the answer to that.
Always get ready to die. You ready to die? You ready to play that game?
That's what we had talked about
But
before.
can I say this? We already are dying.
We are, but we
But willingly, like I'm coming out here to die.
So I'm gonna pop your collar for that one.
You know what? I think we might be ready because when they was about to do that KKK rally down there,
Oh, we showed up.
you showed out.
That was a small number, right there.
That was
Like
a
10
small
of them showed
number, but it was big compared to how many of those.
Okay, so my question is, but Trump already blatantly, I guess we blatantly gotta tell our people, because that's what the rally was. They blatantly was like, we're gonna rally and say we don't KKK. We know KKK stand for we hate black folks. That was blatant. So I guess the Trump gotta say some more blatant stuff for us to be like, all right, you know what?
I feel like it's one of those things where everything that's going on, all of us have that notion to fight back within us already. I feel like everything that's going on, we getting killed, like them doing protests, like them throwing Trump in office, like all of that is awakening the spirit in us that's really about to like throw some things off the wall.
Definitely.
And when it happens, there's gonna be some blood.
Definitely.
Destruction.
Yeah, how much blood is going to be shed?
That's just like
It's one of those things like you gotta die to save something.
But see,
you gotta lose a few to save the many.
See, we'll lose a few if we unite, but we'll lose many if we don't unite. We still be stagnant.
That's the spiritual awakening. That's what I'm talking about.
But who are the few who are going to be comfortable to go on that front line?
So we gotta answer that
We
question.
can't worry about that. We can't worry about that.
Ooh, that's my next. Okay, but
Who's gonna run to that burning building
Right.
to save?
You're in the burning building.
Well, outside of that context, but take that same burning building, and you want to be heroes to save us as a unit, as black folks. You know what I'm saying?
Or the other reverse is you're in the burning building. When do you decide to try to free yourself and run out of a burning building?
Same thing. But
Right.
What degree does it get to when it's too hot to get out?
that's why I think it's too hot. I think it's hot as hell already. But that's why I was like, okay, if I say vote, and I tell this poor congressman or next Obama to vote him in, all I'm doing is voting him and watching him deteriorate. And I watched Obama's hair turn gray within a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my fault because I voted him into that world.
You need more. You need more than just one. It can't just be one that's going to save everything. And I think that with the Trump thing coming, you also got to look at the good that's coming from it. Look how many new black leaders we got coming about. Look at from the governorship. You got Ben Jealous in Maryland. You got the Andrew Gillum in Florida. You got the young lady in Georgia.
Right.
She can become the first black woman governor ever.
But she'll be the only one in that circle.
But that's in that circle. But I just named two other ones. I had a chance to win.
Right. But you're putting them you still putting them in that building.
But that's why you gotta have more. You gotta have the.
You need to fight. So you're telling me. So my thing is, you have a fire department that comes. So you basically say have a fire department come put the fire on the building.
What Trump do? He ignited something that was deep down in America. He reignited the racism in our country. And what happened? Congress are now so scared that everybody just going along with what Trump is saying. And you gotta do now. Look at the opposite side. We got Bernie, and look at his people that's coming. We becoming a new Democratic Party before our eyes, and that's because of you, because of me, because of him, because we're not scared anymore. Like no disrespect to our parents, we're not okay with the norm anymore. So you see a lot more of us. You see a lot more young gentlemen, black men like yourself, like my man over here. That's able to articulate themselves in a way that that we can bring up the younger generation. We can bring up other people. That's something that we weren't really able to do because, like you said, our grandparents died for certain things that our parents were afforded that they became okay with. We had the government jobs with no education.
So my question is, all the people you named, so how come we can't group them and have our own constitution? Because we smarter than the constitution that's there.
Not to say we can't. Not to say we can't. But that's also something that's going to take time. So we got to build from within. We got to build our infrastructure, like you said. And we got it, but it's going to take time. This is not something that's going to happen within probably this century. This is something we're building the groundwork. So who's to say that before they know it, this country is, white people are becoming the minority now. Definitely. If you look at it, we got to find a way to unite us. From the Hispanics on down to us African Americans. We got to find a way to find common ground because then that's when we take over. Like you said, it's a lot of individuals. Everybody wants to be great individually, but nobody wants to really truly be about the team. And like you was just about to talk about Kaepernick, that man literally gave up millions of dollars in his career, his life.
Everybody not willing to do that.
It's not like you said.
Everybody not willing to even stop looking at football.
In the way that's dying. In the way that's dying. That's somebody that gave up something in their whole career, and they pretty much said, "Yo, I'm done with it. I'm done with it." So at that point, I feel like you on the right track because we got a lot of people that's coming up now because of Trump.
So but you said something. So you don't think it's interesting that they seen Kaepernick's situation and they see what he did and they had to figure out how can we use him to benefit us, right? So how can we use him to enrage the race war? I think that's what they did with the Nike thing. Just used them in Nike. Now it enraged more and more people to have a race war.
I mean, that's something we love to see though. That's something that's ain't gonna come about. But I feel like not voting, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Us not voting, and we completely take away what little voice that we do have. Now we become silent as a people.
We've just been doing this for years. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true.
Years,
we just got Obama in office.
And they swallowed him whole.
But at the beginning of time, because we stopped caring, we got Obama.
We should have took Obama and we should have built our own with Obama.
We felt like we had did something, and we forgot about the midterm. What you just talking about? You just said it. You just said 2018 coming up. We got a chance to change something. We forgot after 2008 when we got when he came in 2004. Or 2008, when he came in, we forgot about the midterm election. So they completely got the Senate and the Congress. So his hands were tied. All we had was the presidency. He couldn't make the changes that he wanted because Obama wanted to unite government as a whole, which is something like you saying, that's just not gonna happen. We got too many people that just dislike us because of the way we look. Not even off of what we say, what we got up here. Because like you said, my brother, we got a lot of, we created pretty much this world, man. This world come from us in some form or fashion.
So can I segue on that note? Like, I started off my morning with your concept. I started off my morning with your concept. But I'll say out of my discussion in the debate, it becomes, when are we ready to make the paradigm shift? To get out of this structure that has not served us as a people and stop trying to better the structure or the infrastructure that exists and create with our own mindset and knowledge our own alternate structure. And we take that structure in to dominate the existing, because this existing structure has not served us. The Constitution that says we are not a whole people does not serve us. So we have to, like America did, like I was just telling KB, like the English did when they came over here, at a point they broke away from England. American Revolution, we're done with that. You're no longer serving us or our best interests. And I think that's what he's saying, like at a point, we're going to have to stop going into the burning house. This government, that as we once knew it after Trump, is no longer. That thing has been, democracy around the world it's an illusion now. And to continue to go in and try to create this democracy and this form of government that has killed us till this day, we have to shift our thinking.
So how do we create the infrastructure of our own? How do you do that?
And that's
so the question was
and that was my question.
I need to know if we gonna try to do this.
That was a great question. That was a great great question. I was telling you, I was
funny.
like, I said, I looked at the example, it was only one example. Me personally see, I said, Mr. Farrakhan has asked for 10,000 fearless. He just said, let's get together in your communities, pull your resources and create a political source. So get your congressman that you know and bring them to the hood, your community, and let's talk about, what structure can we put in place other than just putting them into the Congress, because they still gonna be boss regardless if you put them in Congress or not, because it's still a shadow government. So we need to create something to compete with the shadow government. That's how I feel like, instead of, so my thing was, no, we're gonna have to, like you said, how America broke up, we're gonna have to die for this eventually. But we're gonna have to form our own, because we can't form our own within. You know what I'm saying? Because
in the process of dying,
dying anyway, KB.
What is the actual thing that you're gonna do that's gonna create this whole?
But we still have. First, we gotta get on the same accord. Everyone have to see the same thing first of all. And that's the. So first we gotta get them out. No, we don't.
Everybody see it.
We don't.
Everybody wants to change.
We don't see it. That's the problem.
Nobody in here don't want it.
That's the problem.
Okay, baby.
It doesn't even allow them to take
I'm
their
gonna say.
We're still in the system. We're in the matrix. We're so in the matrix.
And once we get out of that, then we can go to the next step.
I got a question. I heard y'all saying, talking about the part.
Oh, he's right. He's ready.
You said that the KKK was against us, right? But the KKK, they're not just against us as blacks. They're against Jews, they're against Spanish, Orientals. And I don't see them hanging them. I don't see them, So what I'm thinking is, who are our allies? If we want to do something.
We don't have any.
Who helping us?
You know why? Because first of all, we don't have
White
allies.
supremacy has touched everybody, so we don't have natural allies.
Everybody hates us.
But we have to, in order to change that, we have to unite first. Until we unite, everyone will respect us. That's how I feel. Like, until we, how everyone respect China, because China's stuck together. So everybody have to respect China.
Own here.
They don't vote. They don't vote. China don't vote. So they got their own Chinatown. Why they need to vote for it? That's my thing. Why we need to vote? We can create our own black town now. We don't need that.
But the black town is the hood.
Okay, cool. Let's vote a president for the hood.
No. The black town is not the hood. Black town is the economic colony that has been created in this structure. What was that? Wall Street was black town.
That's black town.
But the closest thing to it is with the hood.
No. We have no business, no economy. We don't have that in the hood.
There's a lot of youth still out of black it's cool to say we should stay together, but that's
we back and listen, man. We still talking about. Hey, but listen, but it's good. No, it's good dialogue. Y'all good, ladies? Yes. Okay, cool. Listen. Listen. Dang. All right. So we're still on it. We're still talking about it. So a question came in the room. What is our allies? Who is our allies? So who are our allies? Ourselves. For one, but other than that, I think just like every other country, man, we won't be able to gain respect until we respect ourselves. Until we show that we are a nation, we strong. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll get that respect. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get that respect because we call our women bees, so the next man come and call our women bees. It's like your mother. If your son disrespects you in the cookout, everybody else gonna feel like, oh, I could talk to him any type of way.
Nah, they gonna whoop his ass.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously.
But you showed the strength, so nobody, I ain't gonna mess with her. She's serious, you know what I'm saying? You seen the moms that look like, I ain't messing with her.
Yeah, nah. And I feel like, now, I don't know if I'm the youngest one in here or what, but like I said, I'm only 27. But I see the kids that age and how they talk to their mothers and things like that. I'm like, I wish I would catch myself in the street acting like this. I do feel like along that way we did lose that for ourselves. Like there's no way my son can come to me and say anything disrespectful to me. Period. So I feel like when did we disconnect? Like, I feel like it's a generation after me, like that 09. Off the chain. Like,
the TV came on, the station on 24/7, and the radio started playing anything.
The phone.
When the music started getting more belligerent and just more disrespectful and dumbing down the masculinity of men and making women seem real frugal, and not frugal, but like real open and flirtatious, and giving them that respect in that regard of having them being like that and look at it in that way. Like now, your son can come to you and say, whatever, smack you on the butt, and do whatever, and you'll giggle rather than put him in his place. And that's a poor memory that was set with that young man for the rest of his life.
So he get corrected.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we got weaker and wiser. You know what I'm saying? Because our men are now in jail. Men are supposed to be the ones that's giving the boys that discipline. They can't get that discipline from behind bars or behind the glass. Because they look at them just the same way we look at people online that we argue with all day long because they on the other side of the computer. We say anything we want to somebody on the computer until we see them face to face. Then it's like, oh, nah, well, I ain't gonna. Same way you send your son to the jail to see his father, you act a totally different way. Even if you're behind the glass or behind the bars. Same thing. I feel like that's where we started to go wrong. This stuff started to go left.
I think the generation too.
They do that.
Yeah, like growing up, we had like OGs that, they could really talk to us and be a destiny. But now, like our generation, like we try to talk to the youngins, and they like all my head. We like, man, Charlie's stupid, man. And we kind of leave it alone versus like really sticking and trying to get in his head. We like, man, they told the generation, they young and dumb, but we don't really stick with it. And I said that myself, like I don't want to be bothered with this young. He foolish. He don't want to listen. Versus we really had dudes, and our mindset was different. We listen.
Here, listen, I'm like,
but the state of the OG is different as well. Before you would have a grown man, guiding the younger boys or taking care of them, looking out for them when their dads were gone. Now the OG is on drugs. Now the OG is asking the younger one for money or to put them back on in a better position. Like it's not that same guidance. And I feel like that is a result of maybe the 80s, the whole crack scene, and when the black father was eliminated from the household. These are the after effects that we're experiencing. So that just snowballs into what he was talking about with the lack of respect for the black woman or the black mother. Because now you don't see, it's like the young people or the young boys of this era miss that like OG lesson of respecting your child's mother or respecting elders. Now a mother is treated like trash, talked about like trash online, just in dealing with your child, just like it's just respect as a whole. This younger generation,
we lost that spiritual consciousness.
Yes, when the personal interaction was eliminated with social media and all of that, even just talking on the phone, like people were talking voice to voice, now text messages, things are getting misconstrued. Now you think somebody cussing you out when they're really trying to give you words of advice or something like that. It's just communication period is different.
Being dehumanized.
Yes, and it changed the respect. There's no respect.
I think, so the answer to that is, I think the youngest, because I always say this generation is the best, it's the most fearless one. We got the most fearless new generation, but it's misguided. But being that misguided is because if they look back and listen to OGs, they telling the same. They don't want to. These children don't want to hear the old solution. They don't want to because they not done. They see the results. They see the ripple effect. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really want to listen to what grandma got to say. Because grandma, you sending me into a trap. You telling me to go to school, and school is another trap. You know what I'm saying? So that's another. We gotta make it to where the cool guys, which used to be the drug dealers or whatnot, we gotta make the cool again, cool, but not in that eye. It gotta be awareness has to be cool again. That just has to be in. But go ahead, Mom.
You said this is the generation that is the most fearless.
Fearless.
I can say that is true, but just because we fearless don't make us
Right.
Smart.
No, that's my point. So what do you do with a fearless person? They don't have the dollars, but you know they're fearless.
They can be the dangerous ones. The one that's most fearless can be the most dangerous.
So you rather get them on your side, right?
To himself.
And
keep himself in the community.
when you add that fearlessness and money,
Instead of trying to get out of it.
It's crazy.
So what do you do with a fearless generation that's in your backyard right now?
Teach them fear.
how?
Huh?
These young people right now are moved by money.
That's why you got some people saying that Donald Trump being the president is the greatest thing for this time and this fearless generation.
Because he's making us do for self. That's why it's great.
It can teach us fear of going backwards and changing it what we are right now to make sure that we don't go back to where we were.
The word is not fear, maybe humility, but no.
Fear
and humility could go hand in
Because they don't really care. They can care less if they die or go to jail. They're not fearless of the system. They're not fearful of the system of going back.
That makes
You know what I'm saying? They wish a nigga would hang them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, so, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they wanted the KKK, like there's nothing, like they don't have a problem going to war. But how are you going to use these soldiers to build our own nation? How are we going to use these soldiers to build our own nation in our backyard?
Fearless mentality. We got to be smarter.
How are you gonna instill fear in someone that doesn't even respect you as an older person?
The problem is this is the microwavable generation. They want everything fast, quick, and hurry. So they lost the sense of work ethic. So there is no, how many kids, when we was growing up, we was outside with shovels, cutting people grass, everything, trying to get some money. Easy. Now these kids is like, what?
I ain't shoveling nobody.
I can't even remember when my little brother cut some grass. I was out there with the push lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? 90-degree weather. How many times your mother told you, yo, if you don't get your chores done, you ain't going nowhere. Don't let step outside this house.
Yo.
These kids don't even go to the park.
They don't. I coach. They don't.
Technology.
But they don't even have the option. Because I know I'm not down or judge. I don't do that. I don't care. I don't judge. But the other option, because I have nephews. Yeah, he don't go outside to play. But even other options not getting offered to go online and use that media that he do have, that technology to better himself. He's using the rap video. Right. So as parents, since you're using that, like I tell my little sister, get better on your animation. You can get paid doing animation.
My son learned Spanish from his iPad. Like, I monitor what he watching. He's 4. He's learning how to do it online. Like,
so what you're talking about is, like you said in the end, it's positive guidance.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to take this level again with the paradigm shift and guide them in a positive direction.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's pretty good.
yeah, so, hey, I think it's been a great morning, great talk, dialogue, whatnot. I want to thank y'all. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for your energy.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoy it, man. You know what it is, man. It's RapAboutTV. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.